Hi, in this International Year of Light, I present to you this slideshow titled What is a Photon, which explains some postulates. If they are proved correct by supporting experiments, then the wave particle duality of light would be resolved and we will have a new understanding of the evolution of universe. The first postulate. I believe photons, electrons, protons, neutrons and all other particles are made up of the same nuclear fluid material. Some unknown mathematical equations govern size, stability and charge in particles created from this nuclear fluid. Just as all water droplets rising from hot noodles are of the same average micron size, some equations govern the stable size of elementary particles. The second postulate. The concept of charge may just be as simple as an increase or decrease in density of nuclear fluid. Due to surface tension, smaller droplets have a larger internal pressure. So electron's negative charge may be due to high internal pressure, making it a little denser. Positron is of the same size as electron but has opposite charge. Still, let us consider this crucial postulate to reach a conclusion. The third postulate. I think a dense electron moving around a nucleus will drag some matter on the surface of nucleus. This will create circular high tide that moves in synchronization with the electron. This circular tide is the lower density region as it is being pulled outwards, so it may be positively charged. This may be the form in which electromagnetic energy is stored in matter. To stop an electron, you have to spend energy to stop the connected high tide as well as induced spin. The fourth postulate. I believe if an electron suddenly changes orbit from higher to lower while moving around a nucleus, it will cause disturbance in the volume of matter involved in the circular high tide it drags on the nucleus. This may liberate a photon. I remember I once asked my physics professor, respected Dr. R.S. Gambhir, in 1995 that the apparatus used by Sir Jagdish Chandra Bose had spark gaps to liberate photons, but an FM transmitter circuit I saw in an exhibition had none. He told me, when electrons accelerate, photons are released. So now if the postulate is proved correct, we will be one step closer in understanding the phenomenon. The energy spectrum of Lyman, Balmer, Paschen, Brackett and Pfund series becomes relevant now. The closer to nucleus the electron jumps, the higher is the energy of photon released. The fifth postulate. The photon. Photon may be a droplet of nuclear matter in the form of prolet spheroid spinning fast about its major axis. Its angular velocity reduces steadily due to centrifugal force and conservation of angular momentum, converting it into a sphere. Then, due to fluid momentum, it becomes an oblate spheroid. The surface area of sphere, which is the intermediate shape, is smaller than that of prolet or oblate spheroid. So, due to surface tension acting on oblate spheroid, the reverse process starts, converting it back to prolet spheroid. The surface tension is continuously trying to reduce surface area but is unable to dissipate energy instantly. So the oscillation, which started with photon separation from nuclear matter, continues till it is absorbed by matter. The time taken to complete one oscillation determines its frequency. Varying shape and spin velocity produce time-varying changes in magnetic and electric field. In a photon of FM radio signal, this happens 100 million times per second. In gamma rays, it is even faster. This is a model to understand the variation in shape of a photon. The motor spins an X-ray film strip which makes a three-dimensional shape. By pressing or pulling, we get the spheroids and sphere. This shape, obtained by spinning an ellipse along its major axis, creates a prolate spheroid. This shape, obtained by spinning an ellipse along its minor axis, creates an oblate spheroid. And when both major and minor axes are of the same size, we obtain the sphere. The photon travels upwards or downwards in this orientation. Moment of inertia, which is also called angular mass or rotational inertia, depends on body's mass distribution around the spin axis. Moment of inertia increases as shape changes from prolate to sphere and then to oblate spheroid. So the spin slows down from prolate to oblate and builds up again later due to conservation of angular momentum. For an isolated system, the total angular momentum I omega remains constant in time. If I, the moment of inertia, increases, omega, the angular velocity, must decrease. Now, on the basis of these postulates, we can understand polarization, diffraction, interference, and the implications on cosmology are also explained in the next slideshow. You may access this and my other research work at dabi.bravesites.com. I am thankful to bravesites.com for hosting my content. I would be glad to be acknowledged if anyone chooses to work on these postulates. Please leave your comments, send questions, and subscribe to my channel. Thank you for watching this slideshow. Deepak Dabi.